Welcome, pilgrims of heaven. Saint James, patron of pilgrims, invites us to stay with Jesus on the journey. Saints Peter and Paul, pray for us. I invite you to join our St. James family this weekend in celebrating the apostles, St. Peter and St. Paul. The Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 13 through 19. Jesus establishes apostolic authority by giving authority to St. Peter and his successors. We hear in verse 18, "And so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not prevail against it." I recently traveled on a pilgrimage to Greece. The goal of the pilgrimage was to go to all the sites visited by St. Paul on his second missionary journey, which is outlined in chapter 15 through 18 of the Acts of the Apostles. One of the most powerful moments during the pilgrimage was visiting the site in Philippi, Greece, where St. Lydia was baptized by St. Paul. St. Lydia was the first European to be baptized as a Christian. It really hit home the fact that the Catholic Church is built on the solid rock of apostolic authority. St. Paul did not find a new Christian denomination separate from St. Peter. St. Paul was a Catholic bishop who could trace his apostolic authority all the way back to St. Peter, who also St. Peter was a Catholic bishop, our first pope of the Catholic Church. So St. Lydia was baptized Catholic by St. Paul. St. Paul, like St. Peter, celebrated the holy sacrifice of the Mass, and St. Paul would feed St. Lydia with the most holy Eucharist. Wow! The gift of the Eucharist will come to an end. Be a grateful Eucharistic pilgrim. In the New Testament, the new manna is the living flesh of Jesus Christ, the most holy Eucharist. I hope Jesus will give you another chance to attend Sunday Mass this weekend at St. James. Immaculate Heart of Mary, pray for us. Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on us.